I'm not I have antlers. I don't know. I just feel like doing something.
Okay.
Hello and welcome to the Stuff and Nonsense podcast, where we don't talk about anything. We talk about anything. Yeah, it's me, it's George, and it's not just me, because it never is just me. For the millionth time, I have to tell you, if you're expecting just me or just one person, then you're wrong. Who else is here?
Dead wrong. Hi, I'm Detective Spicoli.
Yeah,
as usual.
We're bringing back the random names each week. I think that was a good feature.
I might just stick to Detective Spicoli.
That's pretty good. I'm a fan of that. What is it that we're talking about in today's episode? Because we have a theme. Every episode we have a theme. We can't just turn up and not know what we're talking about, because actually, to be fair, it probably would be quite entertaining. But I feel like we need some level of structure. So what is it that we're talking about?
Today's topic, of course, is cereal. You would have known by being the title, but an everyday item that we sometimes take for granted, but we don't, because we're talking about it in a great way.
I definitely don't. And you might be confused and feel like you've been here before, because we did do an episode about breakfast, but we didn't focus properly just on cereal. And I feel like cereal is such a diverse topic that it basically deserves its own episode. So we're here to talk about cereal in a number of different ways. We've spoken about porridge and granola before. They got put onto a tier list on the breakfast episode. So feel free to go back and listen to that, but listen to this one first. Because if you don't listen, we are coming for you. We are.
Exactly. We know where you live.
What are we going to do? I don't really know.
We are going to plant some watermelon seeds in your front garden, and then you're going to be very upset when you see watermelons growing.
Yeah, because you didn't put them there, so it's going to be weird for you.
Yeah.
You'll be like, what?
And we're going to club your daffodils.
We might get a golf club on the in-betweeners and ruin completely destroy your garden. We might do
Absolutely.
that. If you don't have a garden, we're putting your windows in. Also,
or we're going to make you a garden and then destroy it.
That as well. Don't you find it weird that putting windows in can be breaking windows or also putting windows in?
Yeah.
They're both. So it can be like destroying them or actually putting them in the first place.
I think you would know that best with your window repair of 2018.
Oh, yeah.
The great window repair.
I thought you were talking about my history of vandalism when I have just ruined local towns. We're just running riot through Warwickshire, and old people they are my enemy, and old people absolutely despise me for that. So I apologise to everybody across Warwickshire for my riots and rampages across the last couple of years. And I'm sorry if I vandalised your house. Or am I?
I'm sure they forgive you.
No, I am.
I don't know.
Yeah, I am sorry. I've learned my lesson now. But we are going to be doing a tier list. We're going to bring the tier list back, as we do on an awful lot of episodes. And we're going to be putting some, apart from porridge and granola, because they're done, we're going to be putting some cereals. None of that nonsense.
We also have some great segments as well.
We do have segments.
We do. Or segment.
Yeah. I mean, we've compared the podcast to a Terry's Chocolate Orange before. And I think it is very much like that. And you're wearing a colour that kind of resembles Terry's Chocolate Orange because it's kind of orange.
Yeah.
Well, how would you describe that? That is just an orange, isn't it?
It's just a very bright orange.
Yeah. Quite good. And for those of you who are listening on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, he is wearing... describe what you're wearing.
Well, it's simply a PFG, a Jordan... it's a t-shirt basically is what I'm wearing. To go down to the bare brass knuckles.
Yeah, definitely. So to kick off, have we got a definition of cereal, or we're going to go straight into the weird cereals?
Let me get it.
We'll get
we can't start it off with a definition.
We have to have a definition.
We don't run that way.
No, we don't roll. We've always said we're educational, as well as just being silly. We are also very educational. We are like the Oxford English Dictionary of podcasts. Because
it's a grain used for food. For example, wheat, maize, or rye. Eaten typically with milk. Although,
who knew that?
Have you ever eaten cereal with anything other than milk? Have you ever eaten it plain or without?
I sometimes used to eat like dry cereal. I feel like I had a reason when I was a child to sometimes have dry cereal, but I don't know what the reason was. Like, I don't know what reason there could possibly have been. I swear, I don't know. Yeah, it is very dry but then there's a certain other food that's dry that you eat dry, that's just as dry as cereal.
Crisps.
Yeah.
The thing is, we eat crisps and biscuits.
I've eaten crisps with milk before.
Have you?
Yeah, that's the worst thing I've ever done in my life. It's absolutely horrible.
Were you like drunk and thought it was cereal?
No, I think I was like 14 or something. I think I was just like filmed it, me and my brother. I don't know why. But it was just like ready salted crisps with milk in a bowl. And
I've kind of like really want to try cereal with beer. Not
cereal
like
with
just
beer.
to see if it's terrible. It probably is terrible.
You can have like Baileys on your cornflakes for like Christmas or like birthdays and stuff. I don't know. I don't like Baileys particularly. It's just the alcoholic kick of Baileys that I can't deal with. The taste of.
I think I had like an experience with Baileys at one point, and it kind of put me off it. You know, like when you just have a ton of alcohol and then you throw up, and then you don't ever have any of those ever again for a while.
I had that with Malibu, but it was because I spat it down myself, and then like could smell Malibu for like 3 days. So I now can't have Malibu. And I don't even mind coconut stuff. Like I would have like Bounty. If no one else wants a Bounty, I'll have a Bounty. But we'll get to that in future episodes.
Was it the clothes that smelled of Malibu, or was it you?
I actually don't even know. I feel like just everything smelled of Malibu for like at least a day or two. And I don't think I can ever come back from it. So,
no.
But yeah, weird cereal. What weird cereals are there from around planet Earth? Mother Earth. The Great. Is there another nickname for Earth? The Great Land and Water.
That's true. The mother of all Earths is the one that we're. As far as we know, this is the only Earth.
I think I'm going to coin the term "the Great Land and Water," and use that as another way of describing planet Earth. I don't know. If anyone else likes that, please let us know, and you can go to our socials, which are down below. So yeah, do that if you like the Great Planet Earth.
Correct. I'm just getting my list up of weird cereals. I'm having technical difficulties.
Okay, whilst that's happening, I'll remind you of the socials. The socials are stuffandnonsense_pod. That is Instagram and TikTok. And then @stuff_pod is Twitter. And we are launching on YouTube. So the channel is Stuff and Nonsense Podcast, and that will be in the descriptions from now on. I need to remember to put it in the descriptions. At the time of recording, we've not launched on YouTube yet, but we don't actually know when we're doing it. We're waiting till we have a few recorded so that we can launch a few all at once. And it's going to be absolutely mental. It's going to be deranged, and you can actually see us talking. And also, it's unedited. The audio version is edited. The video version is not edited, so you can see all of the balls ups and things. Have you had any success with weird cereals?
Yes.
Yay!
Obviously, for the video, I will be sort of showing them on the screen, but I will also describe them for Apple Podcast and for Spotify as well, so that you get an accurate description of what they are.
Super.
So I'll start with these ones here, which are called Sugar Tits. You can sort of only see them backwards because I'm showing my phone to the screen.
That's wildly inappropriate.
It is wildly inappropriate, but I did actually check these before, and they do exist. There was another one as well that.
Where does that phrase come from? What is that? Because people say it all the time. I don't know what it is. Is it from something?
I think it's just like catcalling and heckling.
Yeah, potentially. That is a very good point. Oh, apparently it was a name for like a dummy, like years ago.
What, for like a pacifier dummy?
Yeah, it's a folk name for a baby pacifier or dummy that was commonly made and used in Northern Ireland and Britain. Hang on, what? Oh no, it was like a an alternative for it where you put a spoonful of sugar or honey into like a clean cloth and then put it into the baby's mouth. I don't understand. It's too confusing. If anyone wants to do their research on that, feel free. But yeah, that's a very inappropriate cereal, and we can't stand
and
for that.
And you can explain to your parents why sugar tits is on your Google history.
You can. Yeah.
So next on the list, we've got, again, I don't know if these are real, but I hope they are, just for funny.
Dingleberries.
They're called dingleberries. That looks like Mr. Hanky from South Park.
Describe what dingleberries are for those people who don't know of dingleberries.
They kind of just look like
bodily
chocolate
function.
balls.
Bodily function mention.
Bodily function mention.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know, yeah, go ahead.
It just sort of looks like chocolate balls in a bowl. What is the version of chocolate balls that we have here? Are they like...
We got Nesquik cereal.
It's
kind of like that.
That's what they look like.
Nesquik cereal.
It's got a picture of Mr. Hanky from South Park, and it says dingleberries. They're crap, like Tony Tiger.
For those of you who don't know what dingleberries are, it is a ball of like dried excrement, which like hangs on to like anal hair.
Yeah.
So there's just a nice description for you. And yeah, so sorry for anyone who didn't want to know that, but that's what they are. Also, keep your bum tidy and clean, because that's important.
Please do.
Please do that. Very important. We got more.
Yeah, next on the list is OKs, made by Kellogg's. I got a picture. Yeah, they're literally just OK written in cereal form. They've had to like shape
tartan. They're Scottish.
Yeah, I think so.
They look Scottish. The guy looks Scottish, and it's tartan, and it's oats, and oats are quite Scottish as well.
He's got very like huge muscles as well, so they're trying to imply that this cereal has like steroids in.
Turns into Popeye. They got like spinach in them. I don't know, potentially.
Quite possibly. If
anyone's tried OKs, please hit us up and tell me, like, did your biceps go absolutely insane instantly? Because we like cereal that has instant impact. We don't want any of that long-winded stuff. We want to see instant results from a cereal such as OKs.
Absolutely, we do.
Mm-hmm. Definitely, 100%.
Next, we've got Green Slime, which apparently was launched in 2003's.
I saw that.
The Kid Choice Awards. What even is it? It kind of just looks like veg, if I get a picture.
That does just look like vegetables. I don't know. I've had cereal before when I was a child, though, and it's like these little sort of shapes, and they just taste like of not really much. But they were similar shapes to the green slime ones, and I don't really know. I'm guessing that's meant to be like a splat of slime. But like,
I think so.
They were a similar shape what I used to have, but I can't for the life of me remember what they were called. I think there were a lot of kids cereals that were like limited edition that haven't really returned. So.
Do you remember the Star Wars cereal, and you used to get those like small lightsabers in them?
Yes. Oh my God! Remember just things in cereal boxes in general.
They should put things in cereal. I think they're worried that kids are going to like swallow things, but if they don't make them like tiny, then they're not going to swallow. Like
you used to get like a book, like in a box of cereal. You'd get like a novel in a box of cereal.
Yeah.
I swear you get like Horrid Henry or something, like a Horrid Henry book.
Exactly.
Weird.
Now it's just like vouchers to go to a theme park, which is all right, but
that's decent.
You want things. I mean, what's wrong with a cereal-infused book?
Yeah, a cereal-infused book and book-infused cereal, is absolutely fine. If you don't like book-infused cereal, then, go and get some of your modern cereal. We want to get the old cereal back when we were children, when we didn't mind book-infused cereal. There was nothing wrong with book-infused cereal. Why change it?
I'm trying to find the picture of the...
We might do a little petition. What are those? Oh, little lightsabers, yeah. Kellogg cereal.
Yeah, they're like small lightsabers that you used to...
Yeah, that is pretty cool. So
2005.
We may or may not start a petition to bring back book-infused cereal. I don't know if we should, but I'll make it into a graphic anyway.
We could just like sneak into supermarkets and just open all their cereal and put things in there.
Who was it who wrote what's that on? There was some TV program where someone wrote a book and then like hid it in like cereal boxes. Oh,
I don't know. That sounds funny, actually. We could
cannot. I can't remember. Or just wrote a book and was like hiding them in shops, like in like by like things. I can't remember what it was. I don't know who that was. What?
We should make, you know, the t-shirts that I made, the Stuff and Nonsense ones. We should just like make a load of them and bring them into Tesco's and just hang them up in the shelf.
We actually should. I don't care. Like that would be a good enough publicity stunt. We don't need people to pay for them because that's just in itself. That's just something that needs to be done. We need to do the QR code stickers at some point. That will be very good. We'll do it in June when everyone comes back out. We'll just put Stuff and Nonsense stickers everywhere. I think that's a very solid plan. We probably have time. Is there any more weird cereals? Because there might be time for one more if you have one. And then like a news story, which is quite
absolutely cool. Let's see. I'm just trying to
weird
find
cereal.
One more.
Weird cereal. Weird.
Here it is.
Yeah.
It's called. Let me see. I don't know if these are real. I won't like. Racist Crispies.
Racist Crispies.
I can't imagine they are real. I don't think they're real. I think they're not real.
I hope they're not real. That strikes me as a Photoshop job. But I did find on Etsy you can buy £100 Boris Johnson Coco Pops.
I've got a few more. I just want to get through them real quick. Pieces of shit.
Pieces of shit. God's sake.
This is from Happy Gilmore. Do you remember when he says, I eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast? And then Happy Gilmore goes, you eat pieces of shit for breakfast. Shredded meat.
Shredded meat. Increase the risk of heart disease. Yeah, these are definitely not real. The first ones I think were real, but those ones are definitely not.
Potatoes.
I'd probably like potatoes, to be fair. I'd probably be happy with that. Anything potato related, I'm happy.
Yeah, they're just literally potatoes.
That is a bit mad.
Oh God. Uh-oh. Linda Lovelace. Here we go. Linda Lovelace's Fellatios.
Oh, God.
I bet they have holes in them. These are so inappropriate.
Ridiculous. Some people need to grow up.
Mini G's and
Mini G's. They look quite cool.
Look in the corner right here.
Oh.
You can see that. Nah. Well, I bet you're trying to find the G, aren't they? You have to find the hidden G in the
That is. I like cereal. The idea behind it, and they look quite cool. They do look quite cool. I think before pricks. Sugar pricks are a nice cereal. We all love sugar pricks.
Bosnia flakes.
Oh my God. Bosnia flakes.
Corn flakes. The band.
Oh, like the band.
Yep. One more. Colt 45.
Breakfast just got smooth.
Yeah.
Pretty decent.
Puffy bombs. Puffy cams.
Oh, so is that like Sean Combs, T Diddy?
Yeah.
Decent.
That's it now.
I quite like that. So we got some weird cereals there. Do we have one more?
One more, say. Future Munch. Your parents are going to die.
Future Munch. I like the packaging of Future Munch. That was pretty decent. Did you ever do it at school for like something at school? You had to like design a cereal box or like design like a new cereal. I swear I've done that before. I can't remember.
I did that at primary school.
I don't know if it was primary school or I think it was probably primary school. But I've got a weird news report from a couple of days ago. Before we move on to the tier list, I came across a headline which was Sniffer Dog finds $2.8 million worth of cocaine in Ohio within a shipment of Frosted Flakes coming from South America. So someone hid $2.8 million worth of cocaine within Frosted Flakes. Apparently they had like a grey tinge to them, and police were like suspicious. But one of my favourite parts was the part of the article that said, Frosted Flakes are far from the most unusual way smugglers have hidden drugs. Others include a wig, fake buttocks, hollowed out pineapples, and underneath nun outfits. So, have you ever hidden anything?
Nun outfits.
Have you ever hidden anything in fake buttocks before?
Can't say I have. That's a good way to do that.
What are they on about when they say fake buttocks?
I have no idea.
I'm just Googling fake buttocks quickly. You can get a false bum. You can get a plastic bum from Amazon. So,
of course you can. You can literally get anything from Amazon. How do they like?
I don't even know what it's for though, because it looks nothing like an actual arse, like at all. But I think that takes us. Well, it doesn't, but we're going anyway to our tier list, where we have to put some cereals into a. I can't talk in a tier list, and the cereals are going to be going categories. So every single time we do a tier list, I have to basically let everybody know what the tiers are, just in case it's somebody's first time listening, or if we've got some new people listening on YouTube as well. So we start off with nonsense at the bottom. Then we have bad, average, good stuff. Sorry, bad stuff, average, good stuff, and elite right at the top. So we've managed to weave the words stuff and nonsense into the tiers. So we're going to kick off. We're going to kick off with Curiously Cinnamon. I'm just doing them in order because I had to write some at the top. But then that was like one of the last ones we came up with. But do you have experience of Curiously Cinnamon?
I think I have had them before.
I think, as well.
Yeah. Have you ever had them?
I think so. Yeah.
Are they like sugary as well? Because I think what would make them better, what makes everything better is if it's sugary. But if you've ever had just like something with cinnamon on it that's not sugary, it literally just tastes like dust. So it can only be so good if it's just. So I can't remember, but I would maybe possibly put that maybe an average or.
Yeah, I'd probably agree. I'd probably go for average. So
the thing is with these tier lists is something can go in like average, but then you look at what's next to it and think there's no way that this is like should go next to something.
They're never 100% accurate, and people
is what it is.
Yeah, some people disagree with us, but we literally could not care less. Like,
yeah,
it's our podcast, so go away.
Exactly.
And leave us to do the tier list and things because we enjoy
tier list.
doing it. It's literally a tier list. Just grow up. Like, listen,
you can make your own.
Listen to the podcast. I badger people to listen to the podcast on social media most days. And what we want you to listen to the podcast. Give us only good feedback. If you have any bad feedback, don't tell us. Good feedback only. And if you don't like it, keep listening anyway because you will.
And if you have any bad feedback, our email address is yourmum@gmail.com.
Yeah, exactly. So do one. And if you're not enjoying the podcast, just keep going with it. And then eventually you'll end up liking it because it'll just become part of your life.
It's like Stockholm Syndrome in your ears.
Literally. If you play music that is the worst music ever, you'll eventually like it. I don't know if that's true though. I think
probably not.
You want to leave. And
I don't think there's any amounts of like Milli Vanilli that's going to make me want to listen to them.
Wasn't Milli Vanilli in trouble because they actually weren't singing on any of the songs and they just hired different people to sing, and it was actually.
I think so.
Yeah, I think it was something like. I don't know if there was a lawsuit or something. We got Jordan's Crunchy Crisp. Hey, we're just putting them all into one category because there's too many.
We are.
They are nice. They're a bit expensive.
Yeah.
For a base level cereal, they are more expensive than you'd want. I tell you, we're not going to cover this. Lidl Apple and Cinnamon Muesli or Apple and Cinnamon Granola is one of the best cereals of all time. It's like apple pie cereal.
Yeah.
It's actually remarkable. So go to Lidl and get the Apple and Cinnamon granola thing.
Might have to now. I've never had it.
Basically apple pie cereal. It's incredible. Wow. But Jordan's...
Makes sound so good.
It does actually, yeah. I've never heard anyone say it, but that's what I think about it. Jordan's Crunchy Crisp, I don't know. I would probably put it in average as well because the price knocks it down, I'd say.
Yeah. It's not bad cereal, but it's probably not. It's not amazing.
No, I would never. I've bought it on offer before. If it's been on offer at Tesco, I've purchased it a few years ago, but I'd never really go for it. Crunchy Nut Cornflakes we have, which I think are remarkable. Again, you can get an own brand version and it's not any worse. But we'll just judge it at face value, this one, because it's not their fault. Kellogg's created it. Do we also want to go into why cornflakes were invented?
I
Do you remember?
Can't remember why, but wasn't there like a reason?
It's kind of it was like meant to stop people like masturbating in the morning. Only in the morning though.
Yeah, you got to do it in the afternoon.
But to be fair though, like I actually prefer cereal in the evening half the time. But that's like the weirdest reason. Who thought like, oh god, there's this massive problem with people like masturbating too much. We need to invent in the morning specifically. We need to invent something that's going to stop people from doing this. How about we make flakes out of corn? That'll definitely stop people from doing it.
Firstly, do you think there was maybe something in them?
I don't know. Like
that there isn't now.
Potentially. Well, like when there used to be like cocaine in Coca-Cola.
That's exactly
maybe there was an equivalent. I think they go in elite though, crunchy nut cornflakes. I'm
trying to picture it.
What? Yeah, potentially. Well, I think I'd say yeah. We've got Cheerios next. It just made me think of Matilda, which has made me very happy. Because Matilda's a good film. And you see Cheerios flying everywhere. I don't think there's a film I've watched more than Matilda.
It was a good film. I think them redoing it.
Oh, yeah, that's incredible.
I've heard everything.
I didn't see the musical. I didn't see the musical though, which I probably should have done. Apparently, it was amazing.
There's always time.
Even
sure it'll come back.
Even people who don't like musicals apparently like this one, so I need to watch it. But yeah, big up Pam Ferris. Cheerios. What are we putting Cheerios into?
Cheerios. I don't really have Cheerios that often.
I do very much like Cheerios, but yeah, I don't have them that often. I'd probably say good, maybe.
Yeah, good. I think
good. I think they're a solid cereal. They're one of those ones that doesn't get less enjoyable when you become an adult. Like
no, it's one of those.
They're not kids cereal, but they're not adult cereal. They're like in between. They're like teenage cereal.
This is kind of making me want cereal now.
I really want cereal. I pretty much always want cereal, though. I love it. We've got Weetos next, which, for those of you who don't know, might be in America. If you don't have Weetos, they're kind of Cheerios, but chocolate, sort of, but not quite. They're like a bit bigger. They kind of look like dog food, like Frolics.
They do kind of, yeah.
The dog biscuits called Frolics. They look like Weetos, pretty much.
I maybe
as well.
Would you put it in maybe good, or would you put it in worse?
I probably. Oh goodness me!
Because is it better than Weetos? Is it better than what were we saying?
Cheerios.
That's it.
I think it's probably average. Maybe I'd say it's between good and average, but I probably would knock it down to average if I had to.
Because I think just because it's chocolatey, I don't think it makes it better.
No,
it's not really one of the chocolatey cereals.
That is true. We have Cookie Crisp next, which I think is a classic children's cereal.
Yeah.
They don't taste anything like cookies. One thing I always think though, every cereal that's like chocolate, none of them taste the same. And none of them
No, they've all got their own variation.
Yeah, I don't know what, they're all meant to be the same flavour, but they don't ever taste the same. But I don't know about Cookie Crisp. They need to go in elite or good. Probably not elite, but also maybe elite. What would you say? What are your opinions?
I think it's just because like there are some in elite which are more elite than the others, but they're all in the same category. They're not as elite as each other.
Valid.
I would maybe. Can we change it if? Like, should we put it in good for now, and then if there's not enough in elite, we maybe put it in elite? Because what else have we put in good?
Just Cheerios so far.
Okay.
Yeah, we might.
Let's put it in good for now.
I think good for now. Golden Nuggets are the next one. Golden Nuggets. I'm just clicking my fingers because I'm disgusting.
That's fine. Golden Nuggets, I'd probably put close towards. Thing is, I don't even really eat cereal that often, so I haven't had Golden Nuggets for like ages. I would maybe put it between good and elite, but is it even elite? I don't think. Maybe it's good flavoring. We can do the
same with that if you want. We can put them in good, and then we can maybe change it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know when the last time was that if I've had them. I feel like I would have had them before, but I can't really remember them clearly enough. Remember the Serial Killer Cafe in Birmingham where we never went?
Yeah.
I don't know why we didn't go.
No,
And
I think it's
not
just
there.
expensive.
Yeah, fair point. I think it was. Crave.
I do like Crave.
Crave's incredible. Like, it tastes, and the texture of it is like...
It's like Nutella on the inside. It's like hazelnut chocolate. So if you put like... Do you have cereal with hot milk or cold milk?
Cold milk.
Cold.
Pretty much.
I prefer hot.
But though, Crave, I can understand why you'd go for hot milk with Crave. That makes more sense.
Because it sort of like makes the chocolate more melty.
That's actually a very good point.
I put Crave in Elite.
Crave, yeah, I'm going to agree. It tastes unhealthy, and I feel like my teeth are going to fall out when I eat it, but that's not a bad thing sometimes. We've got plain Shreddies. Knitted by Nanas. Knitted by Nanas, of course.
Ooh.
That was a weird advertising campaign. Like, we've got this cereal. Let's just pretend that like some like old people knit them. Okay.
That was quite a good advert, though.
I did like it. I was watching like 2000s nostalgic TV adverts, and that was one of them.
I've got to send you a link to a website, and they've got like old adverts. I don't know if you've heard of like TV Arc. You can basically just watch
I think I used to go on TV Arc when I was younger. Pretty decent. I like the sound of it. Normal Shreddies. I don't know about normal Shreddies. They're okay. They're reliable.
They're just really bland, aren't they? Though?
But they are bland. I sometimes have to put a tiny amount of sugar on normal Shreddies.
Yeah.
Should we go average?
By themselves. I put average towards bad. What else is an average?
We got Curiously Cinnamon and Jordan's.
Okay, maybe put it in the average then.
Okay, yeah, we're in average. Now we have the chocolate version of Shreddies, also known as Coco Shreddies, I believe.
Coco Shreddies.
I think they're a lot better. And also, one thing that you have to take into consideration with a chocolate cereal is how it makes the milk taste. Because the milk goes like chocolate. Like, I think Coco Shreddies milk is some of the best cereal-infused milk you can have, personally.
Okay.
Coco Pop milk is also incredible.
Coco Pop milk, or was, before they ruined Coco Pops. But we'll get into that.
Fair. That is true. Chocolate Shreddies, I would have to put into good/elite, but probably just good.
Okay.
Do you think? I don't know. Do you
I'll agree with you.
Vibes.
You probably had it more recently than me. Possibly, I don't know.
Potentially, yeah. We've got Nesquik cereal, which I was a big fan of as a child, but I probably haven't had for over like a decade by this point. I don't know about Nesquik cereal. Again, Nesquik cereal milk is also incredible because it tastes basically like Nesquik, like the drink Nesquik.
There's those.
Popping a chalky milk.
Just Nesquik, yeah, because isn't the milk just Nesquik afterwards?
Pretty much is, yeah. Didn't listen to the Stuff and Nonsense podcast. Now I'm popping a chalky milk. Popping a chalky milk makes the pain go away. I don't know where I'm going.
Listening to the podcast makes the pain go away as well.
Popping a chalky milk. Yeah, pop a Stuff and Nonsense podcast. Literally, pop a Stuff and Nonsense podcast. It makes the pain go away.
Absolutely.
I don't know about Nesquik cereal. Where are we going with Nesquik cereal?
Maybe good.
Yeah.
What's bad though? Good. We'll see what's bad.
Yeah, what is bad?
What's bad? I think I know what's
now. Here's one which I think some people would put in bad: bran flakes. But I'm actually a fan of bran flakes. Weirdly, but I have bran flakes normally with like berries and a bit of sugar. I have like blueberries and like stuff like that.
I think we've got to assume that it's just by itself.
Yeah, they're a bit cardboardy if you don't do anything with them.
I think maybe put them in bad.
Yeah, I am happy with that because it is kind of like it tastes like you've eaten a book. Like it's basically like you've bitten into like a book. Maybe.
And you don't get any knowledge out of it, like you would a book.
And
do you get knowledge if you eat books?
Potentially, I don't know. And it's not like there's a book included, like with book-infused cereal back in the day. So there isn't an actual book. It just tastes like a book. It tastes like you're eating a cardboard box. And that's if you don't do anything to it. But I think you can transform bran flakes to make them a bit more exciting. Weetabix I do have with hot milk. And then it basically becomes like slime, which is fine. I'm happy with that.
You reckon? I would maybe, to be honest, in my opinion, I would put Weetabix all the way down in nonsense.
Fair. Yeah.
Only because there's no purpose to Weetabix other than to make you shit, because it's very fibrous.
To be fair, yeah, I say like I don't have it often, and if I do, it's because I want cereal, but like I want something that's a bit healthier. And I've only just got back into porridge because I think we put porridge in like nonsense when we did the breakfast one. But if you get the Oats So Simple, if you get the Oats So Simple sachets that are like the golden syrup ones or the apple and cinnamon, they're fine. So there is that option. But yeah, Weetabix does go a bit like too gluey if you put it into hot milk. Like it's too sticky. I still eat it, but it is too sticky. I need to stop. You need
to put like sugar on it as well. You need to put like a spoonful of sugar over the top.
You do. You definitely do. We have shredded wheat now. Shredded wheat, I feel like even if you have them with milk, they're still like dry and like get stuck in my throat. Which
isn't shredded wheat Shreddies?
They're similar. They're like more just like pure wheat, I think, though, aren't they? But like they're the same shape. They're like the little cushions. But it's just like
bigger.
Pure wheat, and they're a bit bigger. They're much more boring though. They're like on the same boring level as Weetabix, where they're reliable. They're fine. There's nothing wrong with them. I would probably say nonce. No, I'll say I didn't just say nonce, by the way, on purpose for anyone who's offended or anything. Should we put them into bad? I don't feel like they're Weetabix level because you can again like with bran flakes, you can have them with fruit, you can have them with sugar, but also we're trying to take it at face value as well. Frosties can be laced with cocaine. Can be laced with $2.8 million of cocaine if you want.
Not a necessity. Maybe not in one whole. Although maybe not in one whole box. You'd probably be dead.
Yeah, that was an entire shipment of Frosted Flakes. They didn't say whether they were the Kellogg's ones, Kellogg's Frosties, or whether they were just like an own brand Frosted Flake. I don't know. Where are you putting Frosties though? Do you have any close ties to the Frosties thing? They also have Tony the Tiger.
If I asked my cousin, he'd probably put them in Elite because I know he probably has them a lot.
Fair.
Or cornflakes, I can't remember. It might be one or the other, but they're basically the same. I think Frosties is just sugary version.
Pretty much.
I'd probably maybe put it towards good.
I would say good.
That's what I was thinking. Because it's got a legacy.
That could be one that we can actually. Should we just put it in Elite because of Tony?
Put it in Elite. It's got Tony just makes it. Yeah.
Most of them don't have a mascot, but they have a proper mascot, and I'm really happy about it. Coco Pops we have now. We do indeed have Coco Pops.
Coco Pops. Based on its past and how good it was before all the sugar regulations and all that, I'd probably still maybe even put it in Elite, but not the white chocolate ones.
No. Rice Krispies?
Rice Krispies.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I don't think they're as good as Coco Pops. They're like the cousin of Coco Pops, but like the not as nice cousin. The cousin.
They also have mascots as well.
They do have mascots. Coco Pops is like the bubbly, exciting cousin, and then Rice Krispies are like the cousin that like doesn't really talk, and that's fine because they have social anxiety. But
and there's 3 of them.
They just stand and pop all the time
and just snap and crackle.
They just snap and crackle and pop and make noises. But is the flavour good enough to back up the snap, crackle, pop legacy? Who knows? And also, people don't realise that Coco Pops also snap, crackle, and pop. And they taste better as well. So I think average.
Okay, yeah, average.
Yeah. Sugar Puffs. We're on our last 2 now, guys. All
right, guys. Sugar Puffs.
Yeah, guys.
I can't remember Sugar Puffs, but I think they're nice. Are
they the ones who have the Honey Monster as their mascot?
Yeah.
That helps as well because Honey Monster's a kind of an iconic mascot. Honey Monster might be Honey Monster versus Tony the Tiger.
Well, being that Tony's a tiger, I think he'd win. But Honey Monster's also a monster, and he's very he's quite big. I don't know how
he's quite large.
The size difference is.
Oh my god!
I think Tony would probably win.
I reckon Tony would win. Do you want to put golden dickheads? What are they called? Sugar Puffs into average. I don't know why I said golden dickheads. That's a new cereal. Golden Dickheads is a new cereal.
Brilliant.
Average, or do you want to put it anywhere else? Or
yeah, average. Oh,
we can move.
Average.
And then we have Marshmallow Mateys as our final one. I'll pass this to you. I don't think I've had them.
For anyone who doesn't know, they're basically the off-brand version of what are they called?
Lucky Charms.
Lucky Charms, which I think the UK version of Lucky Charms, basically actual Lucky Charms, but the ones in the UK, because of the sugar tax, are not as good. I think in America, Lucky Charms would be better, but I've been told here that the basically lowered sugar Lucky Charms here aren't as good as in the Marshmallow Mateys.
Fair enough.
So I'd maybe put the Marshmallow Mateys in good. I think people would enjoy it.
Nice. Did we want to move any of the good ones into elite? So we got Cheerios, Cookie Crisp, Golden Nuggets, Coco Shreddies, Nesquik Cereal, and Marshmallow Mateys. Because we were debating whether we wanted to move any up.
What's in elite?
Elite, we've got Crunchy Nut Cornflakes, Crave, Frosties, and Coco Pops currently.
Do you think there's anything worthy of going up there, or should we just leave it as it is?
Yeah, I don't think there is anything that's worthy. I'd say Cookie Crisp is the most worthy, but it still isn't worthy. I think I'm happy. So we got Weetabix. We got Weetabix at the very foot in nonsense. We have bad stuff with bran flakes and shredded wheat. Average, Curiously Cinnamon, Jordan's, Crunchy Crisp, Weetos, Shreddies, Rice Krispies, and Sugar Puffs. Good, we have Cheerios, Cookie Crisp, Golden Nuggets, Coco Shreddies, Nesquik, Marshmallow Mateys. And then in ELITE, also known as Elite, we have Crunchy Nut Cornflakes, Crave, Frosties, and Coco Pops. That's cereal wrapped up in a nutshell in a podcast episode. So don't ever come to us and tell us that we don't tell you about things, because cereal are things and we told you about them. Also, books in cereal, bring them back, Kellogg's, Nestle. We're starting
or toys.
Or toys. Either of those things. Either of those things. Do you have a final message before we wave goodbye? We can actually wave video as well now.
We can wave. We can also say wave as well when we're doing it.
We can.
I don't know. Maybe try and eat more cereal. Maybe put fruit in cereal. I heard that's good by no one, but it might be.
Yeah, I put blueberries on things. Put blueberries on things, guys.
Put blueberries on things.
Goodbye.
Wave.
Waving.
Waving.
We're waving.
We are waving.
We're doing waves.